Bro, what the
Baby?
Bro.
Yeah, when you was a baby.
Bro, what the
My mom's IG.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Ah!
Why are you asking?
Fire! Fire!
It's a lot, bro.
Neat.
Yo, this clip is a perfect example of everything that's wrong with streaming in 2026. This is what happens when toxic chat gets empowered to dictate content.
Cut. Please go on my lap. Let me know.
The videos?
Bro, what?
Just show me a baby picture, please. Please, just get off my lap.
Okay, I'm looking.
No, please get off my lap. Just get right here.
No, just drop me off, please, so I'll get an Uber.
I just need to see your baby picture, though, bro.
But that's crazy. Like, that's dragged. Like, what the f you talking about?
Executive decision.
Oh my God.
Hey, call Shark though.
When streamers lose control of their platforms and when real people become disposable for entertainment. Deen the Great literally got manipulated by his chat into humiliating a woman on stream, and while he eventually apologized, the damage was already done. Let me break down exactly what happened here, because it's important to understand the mechanics of how streamers get rage baited and how that affects the people around them. So Deen is hanging out with a woman, appears to be his date or someone he's seeing, and they're just vibing, having a good time. And then the chat starts doing what toxic chat does. They start spamming that she's actually a man, that something doesn't look right, making jokes about surgery and transitions. It's the typical transphobic rage bait that happens constantly on streaming platforms. The chat is essentially trying to create drama by convincing Deen that he's been deceived. And here's the thing, Deen initially seems skeptical. He's like, I don't see it. He's trying to dismiss what the chat is saying. He knows his girlfriend or date better than random people on the internet do. But the more the chat keeps spamming, the more it plants doubt in his head. The chat is relentless. They're creating an echo chamber of the same accusation over and over until it becomes impossible to ignore. This is the power of rage baiting. It's not about one person making a claim. It's about coordinated mass spam that creates this pressure on the streamer to engage with the accusation. And once you start engaging, once you start trying to prove them wrong, you've already lost. You've already given them what they want, which is drama and content. The transcript shows exactly how this works. The chat keeps spamming the same accusations. They're not asking legitimate questions. They're not having a conversation. They're just repeating, that's a man, she's not a girl, creating this wall of noise that's impossible to ignore. And the more Deen tries to defend against it, the more he legitimizes the accusation.
They probably trolling though.
Hey, they probably trolling though. I don't think there's no nigga.
I know that can't be though, bro.
I told them to tell you, say this is not okay and come back. But this is bull. They trolling.
Nah, this is trolling you, bro.
Hey, Dizzy, where you at though, bro? Did you check? You a girl? You would know off the rip.
Not with the surgery these days, man. You couldn't even tell sometimes. But the radar go off though. He would have peeped.
Did you talk to him?
Then I'm.
He's saying, I don't see it, but by saying that, he's already engaged with the premise that there's something to see. He's already treating her as someone who needs to prove something rather than just a person hanging out on stream. What makes it even worse is that other people in the stream, not just Deen, but his friends, start engaging with the accusations too. They start analyzing her appearance, talking about surgery possibilities, discussing whether you can change your ID, creating this pseudo-scientific discussion about how to determine someone's gender. Is deeply uncomfortable and inappropriate. These are real people having this conversation about a real woman who's sitting right there hearing all of it, watching them analyze her body and appearance like she's an object to be studied rather than a person to be respected. What's crazy is that both streamers seem to know this is wrong even as it's happening. You can hear them acknowledging that this is messed up, but they can't stop because the chat momentum is too strong. The chat has them locked in. Every response from the woman just fuels more comments, more accusations, more pressure, and then she walks off. She literally removes herself from the situation because she can't take it anymore. She's been humiliated, questioned about her identity, disrespected on stream in front of thousands of people. And you can see in the transcript that people are noticing she left. They done kicked her out of the spot like a straggler. She walked off like a straggler, man. That's when things shift a little. people start feeling bad. You see someone saying, man, if that's a man, he hooked himself up good. But that girl.
Damn.
Yeah. I ain't trolling. I ain't doing
You think
no,
so?
Yeah.
My voice deep?
No.
That's the thing. Off the rip, you could tell if a nigga trying to sound like a bitch.
Yeah.
It's off the rip. You hear raspiness, none of that. She sound like a girl. Walk like a girl, hands like a girl,
They getting better.
feet like a girl.
26.
But it's, you know what I'm saying? And she got some Asian in her, I can see. And Asians are harder to tell
Yeah.
because they all look alike.
She got some money. She doing all that, hooking herself
Huh?
up.
It's a girl?
Yeah, that's a girl. I told her. Now she feel disrespected. Say, I'm just playing, baby. Now go get that girl and tell her, I'm just playing with you. You gotta say.
No, but I'm scared too, man. I feel bad though now, bro. If that's actually a girl, I feel bad.
Girl feel disrespected, son. That ain't no fucking man, dog. People are starting to realize they went too far. The realization is hidden that they just hurt a real person for no reason. Here's what really bothers me though, the apology. Because yes, Deen eventually says he got rage baited and he apologizes. He acknowledges that the chat just played him and that he feels bad about it. He even says to his friend, I got rage baited into, and that's embarrassing as fuck. But an apology after the fact doesn't undo the damage. The woman is already humiliated. The clip is already out there. Thousands of people already watched this happen in real time. The damage is permanent. That's the insidious thing about rage baiting on stream. Once something happens, it's forever. You can apologize later, but you can't take back that moment. You can't undo the humiliation. You can't unstream what was streamed. And now this clip exists on the internet as a permanent record of her being disrespected by multiple people for hours. What's also telling is that Deen says, I can't believe I'm a streamer and I got
Just tip $5. Dean about to get fucked tonight with a fat.
I can't believe I'm a streamer and I got rage baited. It's crazy.
rage baited, like he's shocked that this happened to him. But this happens constantly in streaming. Everyday streamers get manipulated by their chat into doing things they shouldn't do. Everyday people get hurt because of this dynamic. The fact that Deen is surprised shows how normalized this behavior has become. Getting rage baited should be shocking. It should make you want to change how you interact with your chat, but instead it's just treated as part of the game. And then there's the part where he's trying to get her back, trying to make it up to her, offering to buy her food, get her nails done, all of that. And while it's good that he's trying to repair the damage, it also feels hollow because the core issue isn't addressed. The core issue is that he allowed his chat to dictate how he treated a real person. He allowed the chat to pressure him into disrespecting someone who was clearly uncomfortable. The chat's response throughout all of this is revealing too. They're not being clever or funny, they're just being toxic. They're rage baiting because it works. They know that if they keep spamming the same accusation, they can get the streamer to engage. They know they can create drama, and they know that drama equals views and engagement. So they do it, and streamers desperate for content and engagement fall for it every single time. What's particularly messed up is the commentary from the other people in the stream. One person keeps insisting she must be transgender because of recent surgery advances. Another person is going back and forth about trying to confirm identity. These aren't jokes anymore, this is actual harassment disguised as curiosity, and the woman's response throughout this is the most telling part. She's trying to leave. She's trying to remove herself from the situation. She's not engaging with the accusations. She's not trying to prove anything. She just wants to get away. That's the reaction of someone who's being harassed and humiliated. That's the reaction of someone who's realizing that this person they came to hang out with is not protecting them from a hostile environment. Later in the stream, Deen is talking to his actual girlfriend, or this appears to be someone else, and you can see how he talks to her versus how he talked to the woman who left. With his girlfriend, he's sweet, he's protective, he's affectionate. With the woman the chat was attacking, he was skeptical, he was demanding proof, he was letting the chat direct his behavior. That's the difference between someone you've built trust with versus someone new who doesn't have that buffer. But here's the thing, no one should have to deal with what that woman dealt with. It doesn't matter if it's your girlfriend of years or someone you just met. Allowing your chat to harass someone on stream is unacceptable, period. The bigger picture is that this is a systemic problem with Kick and with streaming platforms in general. These platforms make their money off engagement. Controversy and drama create engagement, so they have no incentive to moderate toxic chat behavior. They have an incentive to allow it because it drives views and watch time, and streamers who also make money off engagement and who rely on their viewers for income also have an incentive to engage with drama, even if it means hurting real people. Kick especially has built their entire business model on being the anything goes platform. They position themselves as the anti-Twitch, the place where content creators can do whatever they want without corporate restrictions. But what that means in practice is that toxic behavior is not just allowed, it's encouraged. It's part of the platform culture. And when your platform culture rewards toxicity, you get situations exactly like this where real people get hurt. Deen's acknowledgement that he got rage baited is good and is better than some streamers who would just lean into it and make it worse, but it doesn't fix the system. Until streaming platforms actually hold toxic chat accountable, until they implement real moderation, until streamers actually enforce community standards on their chats, this is going to keep happening. Over and over, real people are going to get hurt because streamers can't resist engagement bait and platforms profit off the chaos. And the saddest part is that the woman who left probably won't want to be on stream again. She probably doesn't want to be around Deen again after that experience. She definitely doesn't want to be around Deen's toxic chat. So Deen potentially lost the relationship. The woman lost an opportunity to be on stream without being harassed. And the only winners are the people in the chat who got entertainment out of watching someone get humiliated and disrespected. When Deen tries to make it up to her later, offering to buy her food, get her nails done, all that, it feels hollow because the core issue isn't addressed. The core issue is that he allowed his chat to dictate how he treated a real person. He allowed the chat to pressure him into disrespecting someone who was clearly uncomfortable, and no amount of food or nails is going to undo that experience for her. That's not content, that's harm disguised as entertainment, and we need to stop normalizing it. Streamers need to understand that their platforms are powerful. What they do and what they allow has real consequences for real people, and we as viewers need to understand that engaging with rage bait, supporting it, enjoying it, that makes us complicit in the harm. Peace.